Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back. We have the dark web. What is this? Crossovers part 2 or 3? It's one of the videos.
Yes.
So we have
Part 2.
we have the last week's 3 books. We have Amazing Spider-Man 16, Venom 14, and what is this? Dark Web X-Men 2.
Yeah.
So let's start off. We have Amazing Spider-Man 16. What'd you think?
All right. So, first of all, Spidey and him fighting, him being Ben Riley, Chasm. That was nice. I dig that. I like the flow. I like how he felt. Venom also, if I'm not mistaken, jumped in there and got a piece of Spidey.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me go back to the old days of, Venom being, hey, I want to eat brains. Brock like, yo, I don't care. I just want to kill Spider-Man. So that nostalgia was great. I think how Madeline Pryor is manipulating the whole field is pretty awesome. And come to find out that there are things that she's trying to pile up and aim toward the boys, the summer boys. It just feels like, okay, this was a plan. It was well played out, and she knew, yo, I gotta get Ben Riley on my scene to help get this accomplished. And the cool thing is, Hallows Eve being a plant in it is made this just epic. I think the team looks good. The Inferno, well, Limbo and the demons, Infected Earth, it all plays out. I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, this issue with him fighting Chasm was cool.
Yeah.
Venom was cool. What else happened in this issue? Him getting tricked and getting sucked into limbo.
Yeah.
I want him to get rid of this super power suit. I hate it when Spider-Man has like spider armor. I don't know. It's cool for a couple issues, but the whole making it his status quo.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It makes him feel like he's not the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay.
And I think that this book is the better of the 3.
Okay.
For the week, obviously because it's them fighting, and
yeah.
I do like how these characters are fighting way before the final conflict. Mm-hmm. It's not a build up to that final issue where we see them fight. They're fighting now, and he's not getting destroyed. Like everybody seems to be kind of holding their own, which was cool. So next you have Venom 17.
Yes.
So what'd you think of that?
So Venom 17. Now we got Venom actually going after the treehouse and being a distraction, so Hallows Eve can go in and grab what comes a piece of technology from Krakoa, one of the backups to their resurrection process. I get it. The Goblin Queen is playing a long game, so we need tech to push forward. And hey, I got 2 players on the field, one in Venom who can go at him, whoever's in the house. Happen to be my boy Synch, and I like how it was played out. I don't expect Synch to be able to beat Venom, especially a wild Venom, unless he is pushed to using his psychic abilities, i.e., putting the thought in his head that he had to punch himself, and then using the Venom, King in Black thing to take control of Venom. Yo, that's what Synch does. He uses other people's powers to go against you. Hey, it worked. I like it. He took some bumps, but he got through it. And ultimately, Goblin Queen got what she wanted. And we see a nice spark at the end with Dylan coming with the real suit.
Yeah, so I'm not. So he has the red suit or whatever.
So
I don't read. I gave up on Venom. It went down the toilet.
So yeah, so he has Venom.
Okay.
So Eddie is just, what that is just Eddie was in limbo and Eddie has a symbiote on him, and he just but it's all about Eddie trying to get back to his son.
Okay.
Because ultimately, in the future, his son is always bad.
So I'll say this. So I get, okay, use Venom to get this cerebral thing, to get, like, X-Men reset minds. The idea that Synch can just take on anybody's powers now is stupid.
No, it's not.
Yeah, like he's
always been able to.
But no, he took mutant powers.
No, but
he shouldn't be able to take other alien abilities or like any. They're not mutant genes. He should stick with I can take X-Men powers. If he would have been in the, like, say if he would have had like vials of blood like in the desk or something like that, that he can access other mutant abilities through that, I'm cool with. This whole, I was in the vault for, what was it, 100 years or something?
Yeah, almost like 1,000.
Like, so yeah. He spends lifetimes in the vault. He now has he's mastered his ability to go beyond the mutant powers. I think that's...
But it ages him.
Yeah, but I think that's dumb. Like, they should keep it within the X. Like, what makes them special is the mutant gene. Like, the fact that he can take... Didn't he take Spider-Man's abilities in one or something like that? That's ridiculous. Spider-Man's abilities is radioactive. So he gave himself radiation poisoning when he did that? Because his cells can't do that.
So...
See what I'm saying? Like, he should stick with the mutant genes because that's what his body is. He's a giant mutant gene factory that he can just leech off of other ones. But he should not be able to go, okay, so if he's near Iron Man, is he smart? Just like, it just doesn't make sense. He should be able to. He should stay in that lane. Or Doctor Strange. Does he master the arts now?
So, Rogue is the same thing, but she has to touch you. But that's you don't got a problem with Rogue.
Can Rogue take on other people's powers?
Yeah.
But see, that Rogue is a little different. And
Rogue can't be different.
No, Rogue is like a vampire in a sense because she has to touch you. She has to make physical contact with you.
He's doing the same thing. He's just in your area.
No, he's just sitting in the room. That's
dumb. I gotta be
sitting in the room with you. That's dumb. That's dumb to me.
Okay.
Because
but Rogue isn't.
No, because Rogue has to physically touch you.
Okay.
That's different.
Okay.
If because she took Captain Marvel's abilities, but she has to physically touch you. That's different.
Okay.
Now, if Synch had to like drink your blood or touch you or interact with you somehow, but not just sitting in the room.
Okay.
What's the next thing? He's going to be able to siphon somebody's powers down the street because he's mastered it so much.
No,
but
he get with it.
It just seems a little ridiculous. Okay. What made him cool was the fact that he could do it to mutants, and he's a mutant. Stay in your lane, player. Don't go out of it.
Really?
I just feel like what makes them cool is X-Men. Like, stick with the mutants. The fact that he
really
so can he go? He can take Hulk's powers. Okay, cool. I'm done with the Hulks. I can do this, but the fact that he can
but it ages him.
Oh, hear me out though. You can add out all this nonsense of it ages him. It doesn't matter because if it ages him to the end, he can just be recycled and be reborn. So there's no
download.
There's no but there's no penalty. There's
is a penalty.
So what? What's the penalty?
The penalty is, do he want to die? You still gotta go through that.
You don't die.
Yes, you die.
No, you don't. As an X-Men, they're immortal.
Okay,
they just get reborn. There's no stake.
Okay, wait.
How can you sit there and say, "Hey, if you do this ability,
you still feel the physical pains of death"?
But then they do the thing where they go, "Okay, we're gonna mind wipe it so you don't get PTSD."
Wait, whoa. Going through it though.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, going through it though.
So my thing with Synch, and we'll take it from a science level, okay? So Rogue has to touch him. He has the X gene. He can take on another X gene if he's near you. But when you leave, that X gene changes from your X gene back to his basic one. That's why it makes sense.
It takes the time.
But it makes sense. But it originally goes back to him. Yeah. The thought that he can go take on an alien suit and make it him.
Okay.
But it's not really him. He can manipulate other X genes because he's a part of the same X gene. That's what makes it cool. Now you're just saying he can do anything.
No, you're not.
And if he's aged to an old man. All right, well, turn to dust.
Well, here's the
fire up the egg and do the thing and make him back to normal.
I'm gonna just say this. there's a whole lot of overpowered cats in Marvel Comics. A whole lot of them. All right? Sentry. I mean, you can go Thor. You can go a whole lot of cats
And
that
I don't like any of
OP.
them.
Okay? All right. But I'm just saying, yo, he now is Omega level mutant. He's young. So let it be.
Wouldn't that make him... I thought he was an Omega before. Because if he's near Magneto, he's Omega. If he's near Iceman, he's Omega.
He's Omega due to his power.
I'm saying he was already Omega before being able to master his abilities.
No, he wasn't.
How?
Because like when he first came out, the person he cinched was Sabretooth. So he sent Sabretooth and he fought using the ability of Sabretooth. But Sabretooth can get got. Sabretooth isn't Wolverine.
That's what I'm saying. Sabretooth is an Omega. But
No, he's not Omega.
That's what I'm saying. But what if he cinches Magneto?
Yeah.
Then he's an Omega level mutant. He's an Omega level mutant. Cinch is a big deal.
Okay. He is a big deal. But you gotta understand that he didn't have the ability to use everything the way he's using it now until he was reborn and trained and went through practice and then went into the boat and like he was off the board for a long time.
I keep forgetting you're a huge Cinch fan, so you're just gonna be all over Cinch.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. Hey, look, get a kid what he got.
I'm just saying. I'm not hating. I'm just saying I am hating because
you are.
It's ridiculous.
But is Rogue ridiculous? No.
Rogue has to touch them.
A touch.
He is turning his X genes into your.
Wait
X
a minute.
genes
Hold on.
When you're in the
touch. Jean Grey gets the Phoenix, becomes omnipotent.
Yeah, that's an alien choosing her. This is your favorite thing.
I know. That's why I'm saying let him get his lane too. Yo, if they can do that, ridiculous. He can do this.
But it's just ridiculous now. So
okay. Hey, look.
They make it.
I'm good with it.
I'm just like, wow. I'm reading this like, wow, this takes away from... But moving on.
Yes.
So we have Dark Web X-Men, which is probably the weaker of the three.
Okay. This is when Maddie gets all in. She
the thing that... This series has done a good job of like keeping the stakes high, for my opinion, right? It lost me when you have Cyclops being forced to shield his eyes from puppies. When I saw that, I was just like, oh my goodness, really? That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing? And why did they make Havoc's clothes try to look like Madeline Pryor?
That's Madeline.
I'm like, why? Why? I did like her conflict with Jean.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Jean had to do it, though.
And that's about it. I mean, this book...
That book was great.
They're trying to do some kind of...
That book was great.
I don't know. I guess she's trying to do something with the Cerebro.
Yes.
You probably know more about that. You can talk about that because I have no idea.
Okay, so here's the deal. She wants her son back. She wants to get back what she lost. Okay? And the thing is, she can't. But she's going to try her best to do it. And when you're in a situation where she is, okay, remember, when they found her, she was like wilding out at the mansion. Okay, when Krakoa popped off and everything, when they went back to the mansion, she was in there. She was straight flaking out. So it's like this. She's going through a very troubling time, and she has a lot of resentment for the men in her life, being Scott Summers and being Alex Summers. I get it. Okay, she fell in love with both of them, and both of them didn't do enough to help her heal. Hey, you don't want to be with her, cool, but be a part of the healing process. And they weren't.
You're asking a lot from X-Men.
You know what?
This is also you're asking a lot from Cyclops, who fathers a son with the clone, finds out it's not the real Jean, ditches the clone, and moves on. And then Jean just, oh yeah, cool, this is my son.
Okay.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
No, it's not.
All right.
Okay.
I guess it isn't.
It's not. It's not weird. Okay. Okay. So number one, I don't want to get too personal on here, but yo, sometimes stepdaddy, stepmom is what you end up being. That's what happens. And when you take that role as a step, you look at them as your children.
But did they get? I'm not going to get into custody stuff.
Okay,
I'm not going to do it.
You look at them as your own, and you try your best to raise them as best as possible. Okay, so deal is, hey, I enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the X line. I like how it's going. I am all in. Look. This crossover has been great, and I think it put more depth into Madeline Pride. And I'm not a big Spidey person, so me getting in Ben Reilly and seeing his dilemma issues, I could feel it, and it's helping me go over to him and want to learn more about him. So you know what? Job well done, y'all. Job well done.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a decent crossover when it focuses on what it was supposed to, the Spider-Man aspect. Now, at the beginning, I thought the X-Men were okay, but now they're really starting to stink up the joint, and I just want it to be over. Get out of limbo, fight them, throw Ben Reilly to the curb, have him melt away, do something to him. I really don't care. Just move on so we can get back to Spider-Man and figure out what's going on with him.
Okay.
I mean, that's what we think. Let us know what you guys thought about these 3 books. We definitely went off topic there, talking about his favorite X-Men, Synch. So it is what it is. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments, and thanks.
Peace.